It's day 3 of the escalation in West Asia. Israel is still bombing Lebanon. More than 30 people have died in the last 24 hours. Threats of retaliation are getting louder and speculation is rife. What is Israel's plan? Where will Netanyahu strike in Iran and when? The Israeli ambassador to India told us yesterday that Iran should be ready for a surprise. But US President Joe Biden might have given it away. Listen to what he said.
Do you support Israel striking Iran's oil facilities, sir?
We're in discussion of that. I think that would be a little, anyway.
Israel could strike Iranian oil facilities with some help from the Americans, but that may not be the only target. Israel has a long list of potential targets. It wants to keep fighting Iran and its proxies on all fronts. Yesterday, Israel stepped up airstrikes on Lebanon. It launched a barrage of attacks on Beirut. It was one of the heaviest bombardments that Beirut has faced so far. The Israelis were after a high-value target. It was this man, Hashim Safiuddin. He's said to be the next leader of the Hezbollah. Israel got a tip-off. They received information that Safiuddin was in a bunker in Beirut. So the Israelis sensed an opportunity. They moved quickly and ordered these airstrikes. The goal was to eliminate Safiuddin before he becomes the next leader of Hezbollah. But were they successful? We do not know for sure. Safiuddin's bunker was deep underground, so it's not clear if Israel hit the mark or not. There is no confirmation. But this operation does reveal Israel's mindset. It wants to keep this offensive going. It wants to weaken Iran and its proxies across the region. Taking out Safiuddin would be a step towards that goal. It would further weaken the Hezbollah and deal a blow to Iran. Now, Safiuddin has strong ties with Tehran. He studied in Iran. He enjoys a personal relationship with the regime there. He was also a close friend of Qasem Soleimani, the commander of the Iranian Revolutionary Guards, the one who was killed in 2020 in an American airstrike. Later the same year, in 2020, Soleimani's daughter married Safiuddin's son. That's how close he is to the Iranian regime. And that is why Israel is after him. It doesn't want to allow the Hezbollah time to recover.
Our forces in Lebanon are eliminating more and more commanders and terrorists. Every such encounter ends with us having the upper hand. Our forces are ready and trained more than ever, loaded with experience from fighting in Gaza, and their advantage in the battlefield is clear. The forces are accompanied by fire capabilities from the air and from the ground, and they fight with great courage.
Israel is following the same strategy on other fronts too, like the West Bank. Israeli forces conducted an airstrike in the West Bank yesterday. They targeted a refugee camp and they claimed to have killed a local Hamas leader there. But there were civilian casualties too. At least 18 people are said to have died at this camp.
We are used to missile sounds, drones, and the explosive drones, but the sound was strong. We haven't heard this sound since 2002. During the Second Palestinian Uprising. During the Al-Aqsa Uprising, we didn't hear this kind of explosion. The missiles targeted a civilian building. A family was wiped from the civil registry. What was their fault? The family was asleep in their house. There is no safe place for the Palestinian people. The Palestinian people have the right to defend themselves.
Israel also targeted Syria again with an airstrike near the Masna border crossing. They destroyed a crucial road there. It connected Lebanon to Syria. Thousands of people have used this route in recent days. They were fleeing from the Israeli attacks in Lebanon. Israel claims that the Hezbollah was using this road to move military equipment. So they struck it. And the strike has left a 12-feet wide crater there. Fighting is intensifying in Gaza as well. Israel's ground and air operations continue there. Today, more than 50 Gazans have died, including children. And so far, over 41,000 people have died in Gaza since last October. Now Israel is fighting on all fronts. In the north with Lebanon, in the West Bank, and down south in Gaza. Israeli forces are stretched, and the Iranian proxies know this. They're testing Israel's defenses. The Houthis from Yemen launched a fresh drone attack. They targeted Tel Aviv and Jaffa yesterday.
The Yemeni Armed Forces Drone Air Force carried out a military operation targeting a vital target in the Jaffa area, Tel Aviv, and in occupied Palestine, using a number of Jaffa drones. The operation achieved its goals successfully, thank God.
And few hours back, sirens rang out in southern Israel. This has happened for the first time in 2 months. Israel says Hamas is targeting and threatening its people again, Israeli people. So, has the Hamas fired more rockets into Israel? The IDF did not say it in so many words, but when the sirens are sounded, it usually means that an aerial attack is underway. At this point, it seems that all players are bracing for impact and gearing up for assault.
Firstpost decodes the U.S. election. Explains how America chooses its president. Your primer on the race to the White House. Everything you need to know about how America votes and its global implications. U.S. Election Explained. Every Monday and Thursday only on Firstpost.